Hi, I'm Tim Teleke, founder of In-Out Labs. We're a national provider of employee drug testing services. A question that has come up a lot in the last couple of years is, how does the MRO handle a valid prescription for a medication that may cause an employee to be unsafe at work? Let me explain. So, the MRO, or a medical review officer, is the gatekeeper of a properly structured employee drug testing program. The MRO is charged with making sure that the chain of custody is intact, that paperwork is properly completed. The MRO also has a very important role when it comes to positive drug tests, especially those that result from a valid prescription. Let's say, for an example, an individual has a valid prescription for oxy, which causes a positive drug test. When the MRO receives these results, you are using an MRO, right? Okay. The MRO will contact the donor and ask for an explanation. If the donor can produce a script, the MRO will verify with the prescribing physician or the pharmacy, and if it checks out, then the result is reported as a negative test result. But what if the donor's job is safety sensitive, like he's a truck driver or a forklift operator? Well, in those cases, the MRO will often attach a safety concern letter to the test result. I'll include an example of what that language might look like below. The employer now is in possession of a negative test result, but has also been informed that the employee may not be able to perform his or her job safely. Now what? It pretty much tosses the liability directly in the employer's lap. So employer's been informed that he has an unsafe employee, possibly, and has to make the determination whether or not to use that employee in a safety-sensitive job. It pretty much tosses the liability directly in the employer's lap. When the DOT added the expanded opiates to the federal drug test panel in 2018, we began to see more of these safety concern letters. So we always recommend that employers address these issues ahead of time in their written drug policy, but even then you still have to figure out what to do. Typically, the employee is told to go to the prescribing physician or to the medical examiner in the case of a CDL driver, for example, and get a note saying that this employee is safe to drive, or safe to operate heavy machinery, whatever it is, while on this medication, or to try to get a different prescription that will make them safe to work. It's important. This is important not just for the employer's liability, but it's important for the safety of all the employees at the organization. So it's important to think about these things ahead of time. Clients of In-Out Labs rely on our experience and guidance to help them deal with these situations when they come up. But really, when it comes down to it, you've got to understand what you're going to do in these situations, what you can do this time, and what you're going to do when it happens next time to somebody else. So to stay up to date on all issues, drug and alcohol testing, please make sure you subscribe to our video, click the like button, and visit us at inoutlabs.com. I'm Tim Teleke from In-Out Labs.